Well, we got spring football once again this year. The Spring League, or TSL, returns with 6 regular season games and a championship game airing here on Fox. Kevin Kugler will be calling the game you're going to see this weekend, and he joins us this morning to talk about the game and the league. Morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
Football fanatics such as myself always get excited about the prospect of football all year round, and this is a pretty cool, kind of fast-paced league in terms of the season, at least, kind of a quick sprint. Tell us a little bit about the league.
It's 6 weeks. I mean, it is as quick a sprint as you can get. It is a 6-week league, which allows players who are looking to make that next step, guys who are looking for an opportunity, whether it's an opportunity to get back to the National Football League or an opportunity to get there for the first time. That's what the Spring League is designed. It's a developmental league to try to develop guys for the National Football League.
It is so impressive when you watch some of these games in some of these leagues about these guys who just have that dream and are working so hard toward it to play in a season like this. And of course, a football fanatic, if you love college football or the NFL, and you really know those rosters, you're going to recognize a lot of familiar names.
You are, and let's start with Ryan Mallett, former Houston Texans quarterback, former Arkansas starting quarterback, who is one of the stories of the guys who's trying to get back to that level. He'd been teaching and coaching at Mountain Home High School in Arkansas when he decided, you know what, I'm only 32 years old. I haven't quite scratched that itch. Let's see if I can get back to the National Football League. He'll be starting this weekend on Fox for the Generals. And on the opposite side is a guy who's trying to get to that next level. Quarterback Luis Perez from Texas A&M Commerce was the Division II Player of the Year just 4 years ago, and really wants to show that he can be an NFL quarterback. So you're going to see 2 quarterbacks Saturday on Fox that are really at opposite ends of the spectrum. One has been there and is trying to get back. One wants to get there, hasn't had the chance, and feels like this is his best opportunity.
Man, I got to tell you, Kevin, I didn't realize I'm a big Houston Texans fan here. So as someone who still has the Ryan Mallett, Brian Hoyer 2015 quarterback battle fresh on my mind, that is an interesting name in this league. And who knows? I mean, we see stories and times when things like this pay off. And one day you're looking up on Sundays and some of these ball players are playing on an NFL roster.
I don't think there's any doubt that some of the guys you see this weekend on Fox or throughout the 6 weeks run of the Spring League are going to show up on preseason rosters and have a chance to make the final 53 for an NFL team coming up this fall. There's just not a lot of opportunities right now. COVID shut down the Canadian Football League. The XFL is on hiatus right now. If you're looking for an opportunity to get to that next level, mini camps are limited still with COVID. This is your best path right now. The Spring League is about the only thing going as far as a true developmental league for football, and these guys are trying to take advantage of that, see if they can't get themselves onto a roster in the fall.
And again, as someone who loves football, I love a nice long NFL season. Don't mind that it's going to 17 games and we got a month of playoffs, but it is an interesting dynamic to watch a whole season come down to just 6 weeks, 6 games.
It really is. It creates a certain amount of urgency for these guys too. You know, if you're one of those guys who's trying to make that move and you see 6 weeks as your only opportunity to do so, and that's the only chance you have, you're going to play with a certain amount of desperation, a certain amount of urgency, and I think you'll see that reflected in the play. We saw the first 2 games of the season last night on FS1, and I really think you're going to see that translate throughout the course of these 6 weeks. There is a very, very high level of urgency for these players. You've got to make your opportunity and make your move fast. You don't have time to build up like you would in an NFL season.
Yeah, well, we will certainly be watching. Like I said, I'm very, very interested and excited to watch Ryan Mallett and company play tomorrow. Generals take on the Jousters. Kevin Kugler will be on the call. Have a good call tomorrow and enjoy the season. Kevin, we appreciate the time.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Cool.